The story so far. Agent 47 and his handler Diana Burnwood are the world's top assassins working for the ICA. When all of their recent missions turn out to be contracts for a shadow client, things take an unexpected turn. All their targets have been operatives in an invisible organization known as Providence. Providence has infiltrated the highest echelons of power and secretly owns our world. The shadow client wages a silent war against them. And so the Constant, Providence's enigmatic controller, seeks Diana out. His request: track down and eliminate the shadow client. In return, he offers something irresistible: the truth of 47's lost origins. Neither know that the man they hunt is 47's childhood friend. And unlike 47, he remembers everything.
At the location. No hostile presence.
Understood. Alma Reynard's house is just up the beach. Our intel indicates that she and her team are laying low, most likely planning the militia's next strike.
Reynard is one of the Shadow Client's top lieutenants, and yet she's not a target.
Not yet, anyway. She's no doubt high on our client's list, but for now, it's information we seek. Infiltrate the house and get us a lead on the Shadow Client. Up for some B&E, 47.
On my way.
Good aim. Now, according to the local home security provider, the house is equipped with multiple cameras placed around the perimeter. I suggest you get rid of them, 47.
Bodies. Male and female. Early 30s. Executed.
I see them. Poor bastards. Looks like Reynard's grisly handiwork, all right. She was never shy about collateral damage.
The owners?
Don't think so. The house is registered to a non-existing environmental NGO. This feels more like identity theft. Like you, Reynard is known to use disguises. Keep looking, 47. Nothing we can do for these people now.
Masks. Rope. Chloroform. Looks like another kidnapping.
I wouldn't put it past them. The Shadow Client is nothing if not industrious.
Why is he doing this?
Clearly, he has an axe to grind with Providence. Big enough to surround himself with murderers and terrorists. Big enough not to care who gets hurt in the process. He believes he's doing the right thing, I suppose. Just like everyone else.
Nicknamed the Spider, has lost its first patient.
Found something. Looks like research reports. Berlin, Shanghai. Every major militia strike since Thomas Cross's kidnapping. Looks like Reynard had a hand in all of them.
All in the past, I'm afraid. Keep looking, 47.
Found something. A file on Rupert Pierce, founder of Dynasty Global.
The world's largest internet retailer. If Pierce is a Providence operative, he's likely on the Shadow Client's hit list. But it's not what we came for. Keep looking, 47. Nicely done, 47. Should allow you to move more freely. Here we go. For the office computer, no doubt. Appears Reynard's cell is launching another strike. Those are sewer maps of a residential area in Wellington. Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Our priority is the Shadow client.
After this short break, I am Pam Kingsley, GNN News. In a press conference, an act of terrorism. This is the 5th type
47. That computer. See if you can't access it.
I'm in.
Hurry. I'm detecting movement up the road. A motorcade, possibly Reynard's.
Uploading the data.
Hold on. Receiving it now. Nothing on the Shadow client or the other cells. No names, no aliases. I doubt she even knows whom she's working for. Wait, here's something. A message from Robert Knox of Kronstadt Industries. And by the sound of it, he's a Providence operative.
A defector.
Well, well, well. Client won't like this one bit.
And you can't wait to tell him. They're back. Multiple hostiles.
I see them. Damn. Okay, we've got all we're going to get. Go to stage 2, 47. Eliminate Reynard, and preferably without raising suspicion. One step ahead of the Shadow client for once. Let's keep it that way.
Ugh, I thought this night would never end. What a snob fest. And I even missed out on the action.
I'm sorry you had to endure all that free champagne and cello music, Orson. What can I say? You really took one for the
Yeah,
team.
well, I say stick to what you know.
For the consumer tech giant, which is still healing from last year's PR disaster. We're
The boss deliberately keeps me out of know who the other cells are. Compartmentalization.
Target down. Well done, 47. Now get off the property. Well, it's official. New Zealand paid off. The client has given us carte blanche. Hunt down the militia by any means necessary.
A week ago, Providence was a threat. How did you swing the board?
The board are practical people, 47. A blank check is hard to turn down. Besides, the Shadow client's war on Providence is causing a global panic. Someone will need to stop the militia. Might as well be us.
And the man on the train? You never told them about his offer.
Taking a contract for personal gain is against ICA regulations.
Sodas would have been proud.
Is that a sense of humor, 47? Whatever next? Crying at the movies?
Why are you doing this?
I know what it's like to have everything taken from you. He claims to know about your past. Your childhood, your memories, everything Ortmeyer stole from you.
And you trust him?
About as far as I can throw him. but this is our best lead in 20 years. I say it's time we break a few rules. Good afternoon, 47. Your destination is the annual Global Innovation Motor Race in Miami, Florida. After analyzing the data from Reynard's computer, the case is clear. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox, head of robotics developer Kronstadt Industries. A visionary inventor and technological innovator, Robert Knox has spearheaded Kronstadt Industries to the bleeding edge of technological development. His equally brilliant daughter, Sierra, is not only a financial wizard, but also a fiercely competitive race car driver, with a fiery temper to match. Kronstadt enjoys enormous popularity with global consumers. However, few are aware that the company is also one of the world's leading suppliers of next-gen military tech. Last year, despotic ruler Jin Po employed prototype Kronstadt drones against peaceful civilian protesters in the now infamous Tungan Valley incident. And although it has yet to be proven, there is little doubt that the Knoxes personally brokered the deal, making them complicit in a war crime. It is unclear why the Knoxes would betray their masters, but likely the fear of being next on the Shadow client's hit list has pressured them to cut a deal with the enemy. Undoubtedly, with Kronstadt Industries on their side, the militia will increase their attacks tenfold, and so our contract obligates us to retire Robert and Sierra Knox and contain the damage they may inflict on Providence. I will leave you to prepare. Welcome to Miami, 47. The innovation race is on its last day, and it is down to the wire. Thousands of eager fans are gathered for the final laps of this unexpectedly close race. Sierra Knox is expertly piloting her red Kronstadt car. Her father, Robert Knox, roams the nearby expo building where Kronstadt is showcasing its new prototype car. The Kronstadt RK Mark III has seen fierce competition from the Chinese Kowloon Heavy Industries' new racer. Moses Lee, CEO of Kowloon, has taken a dominant lead and looks invincible. Sierra Knox will need to risk it all if she wants to win for the third year in a row. The stakes are as high as they can get.
Good day to you. Sir, if you want to come through, I'm gonna have to pat you down. Just relax. You'll be on your way in a sec. Good. You're clean and good to go. That is Robert Knox, genius inventor, black markets weapons dealer, and Providence defector.
Move along.
Hang on, 47. Robert Knox's calendar shows a meeting with a Ted Mendez, a defense funding consultant with the US military. It must be related to that robot. Maybe you can find Mendez somewhere.
Sure you fixed all out.
Shoving something that advanced inside an indestructible metal shell sounds like a chilling proposition. Asking us to somehow
Collecting
sell it
pictures of
beyond my
celebrity
current
entrepreneurs now, 47. That is Ted Mendez, one of the country's most influential military-grade moneymen. This must be connected to Kronstadt.
Mr. Mendez, good to see you, sir. The demonstration is scheduled to take place on the upper floors. Please feel free to use the stairs right over there. Mr. Mendez? Right this way, sir. It's right in here, Mr. Mendez.
Hey, nice threads, buddy.
Robert, it's Derek. Mr. Mendez is here already. He's eager to get on with the demo. You should come by as soon as possible.
Ah, Ted, good to finally see you. Guess traffic was rough. Ah, never mind. Let me show you everything. All right, Mendez, it's very straightforward. Let me show you. I just pick any of the pictures on the desk, then I use the scanner to upload the biometric data, and Palace will do the rest.
Target acquired. WB.
Obviously, the final system won't rely on you manually feeding it biometric data. This is still a prototype. This is a pivotal moment in modern conflict solution, Ted. Palace is entirely foolproof. All you need is to pick a photo from the table and scan it just like I showed you. It's perfectly safe. Go ahead. Make my day. Just scan one.
Target acquired.
Damn it.
Robert Knox.
Aw, Christ.
No.
Robert Knox down. Now for the heir to the Kronstadt Empire.
It's me. I'm here now, ready to meet up with Sierra Knox over at the hotel. Yeah, after the race. Just got to pick up the documents from my van, but I had to knock out a guy and steal his flamingo outfit. Now I can't find my car keys. Yeah, I know it's dumb. I think I lost them in the scuffle, but the real mascot is still over there. If I don't get them, I've got no evidence. Bye-bye money. I don't know. I need to figure something out. I'll talk soon. Hey, can you do me a favor? Go check if my keys are over there. The guy's crazy and I don't dare go over there, but you look pretty tough. Please.
Did you see him? The guy that jumped me and grabbed my outfit?
Hey, yo, did you find some keys over there? Oh man, you're a real lifesaver, thank you.
Nice outfit. Really brings out your eyes. Miss Knox informed me you'd be here. She asked to make sure you brought the documents. So, did you bring the documents?
I have the papers right here.
Excellent. Come on in. Have a seat or something. I'll let Miss Knox know you're here.
So far, so good, 47. Now, let's see where this meeting is headed.
There's a guy here wearing a mascot.
So, you here for a job application or what?
Something like that.
Nice. If you don't mind me saying so, your particular choice of attire is maybe a little, I don't know, off? For a job interview, I mean.
My suit is at the cleaners.
And you couldn't find anything else to wear?
Correct.
You must lead a very interesting life.
You have no idea.
So, Mr. I never did catch your name.
Names are for friends.
Very well. Straight to the point in all business. Walk with me.
Where are we going?
Don't worry.
Let's see it.
What am I gonna do? Kill you in broad daylight. I just want a bit of privacy here. Not about to do sensitive business like this in front of an audience.
Good idea.
So just to get this straight,
You claimed in your email to have somehow found internal reports that show Kronstadt's involvement in the Tungan Valley massacre.
Sounds about right.
Let's be clear. You and I are having this meeting because my father doesn't need to know about this. It's just another undesired distraction. I don't care if the information is true or false. I don't care if it mentions moving money from the Nexus project into Tungan Valley damage control, as you claimed in your correspondence. I do care about protecting my father, which is why you and I are now here.
I see.
Leave me alone for a few minutes, guys.
Sure thing, Miss Knox. If you need us, just call. We're right around the corner.
So here's the deal. You hand over the documents and leave, and that's the end of it. And you will do that now. Stop!
Both targets down.
Berlin, Shanghai, Montreal. We're bleeding operatives. Panic is spreading, and now we are axing our own?
Knox was a traitor. He would have caused incalculable damage.
And he won't be the last. This is exactly what the enemy wants. We need to fight the sickness, not the symptom.
And I have just the tool for the job.
Right. The Burnwood woman. Eric Soders warned you about her, didn't he? The Crusader.
I can handle Miss Burnwood. Everyone hates power until you offer them some.
You ought to know.
ICA speaks the enemy's language. We need them.
And once we don't?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Fact remains, we are shadowboxing. We need to know who we are up against.
I was getting to that. His name is Lucas Gray, the late Mr. Cobb's head of security. Cobb was ground zero, first of our operatives to die. It had to be one of his staff, someone with military training and access to the plane.
Grasping at straws.
Gray is a mercenary, a veteran of every backwater tragedy you've ever ignored on the 5 o'clock news. Chechnya, Sierra Leone, the list goes on, but before '89, nothing. No records of any kind.
Now, come on. CIA, KGB, plenty of spies went dark.
After the curtain was lifted, I cast a very wide net. Lucas Gray simply does not exist.
If you're all quite done wetting yourselves with excitement, I couldn't give two shits where he came from. I only want to know one thing.
How does he know about us?
I swear to God, this hearts and flowers crap will get us both killed. Can't you see? Your so-called friend is working for them now. He's not the man you knew.
This is his fight too, Olivia. Even if he doesn't realize it. Like it or not, 47 is our last and only lead on the partners. He needs to remember.
He's coming for us. And unlike you, he won't hesitate.
Just get me inside. Rico, I need a favor.
Good morning, 47. Our Providence contact has shared the identity of the Shadow Client, a former mercenary and bodyguard by the name of Lucas Gray. His past is a black void, but our analysts are digging deep. Meanwhile, we've had a breakthrough of our own. Comparing the malicious attack patterns with global shipping and transportation routes, we've figured out how Mr. Gray and his paramilitaries move around the world undetected. They're using the distribution network of the Delgado cartel, Colombia's biggest drug manufacturer. Clearly, Gray must have struck a deal with the Delgados. Consequently, if we can cripple the cartel, we can severely limit the malicious strike range. But to do so, we need to slay a three-headed serpent. Sociopathic cartel head Rico Delgado and his two closest lieutenants, PR guru Andrea Martinez and savant chemist Jorge Franco. With equal parts guts and guile, Rico Delgado runs a thriving billion-dollar criminal empire. The word is, the brutal and volatile cartel head is hell-bent on becoming the #1 drug lord in the world. To achieve this, Martinez, a childhood friend of Delgado's, has been buttering up state leaders and decision-makers, paving the way for an expansion of the Delgado logistics network, while the brilliant but aloof and antisocial Franco has been hard at work developing a new type of super cocaine. So, three of Colombia's most infamous crime lords inhabiting a decidedly hostile environment. I will leave you to prepare. Welcome to Colombia, 47. The remote village of Santa Fortuna awaits you deep inside the Colombian rainforest. An iron-fisted Delgado cartel rules over the village and its surroundings. Security around Santa Fortuna and the closed-off cartel compound is extremely tight. Armed sicarios patrol the streets of the village, ready to enforce harsh punishments to those who do not comply. Rumors persist of hidden transportation cave systems connecting the village, the cartel compound, and the hidden coca fields beyond. It is a rare occurrence to have all three cartel leaders present in the village at the same time. Expect that all targets are protected by scrupulous killers, armed with automatic weapons. Rico Delgado inhabits his fortified mansion on the outskirts of the village, while Andrea Martinez can be found in her village office or around Santa Fortuna itself. And Jorge Franco is engaged in development of a new drug in his field laboratory. Happy hunting, 47.
Martinez wants to talk to the Shimazu urgently. Why doesn't she just get him herself?
She's got a lot on her mind. The construction of the new plant has been stalled for days now because of what they found there. She needs him to cleanse the place.
But why do I have to go get him?
Scared of getting arrested from touching all the poisonous plants he grows in there? Or ruin your precious complexion or something?
You better watch your attitude first. The Taitai has great spiritual power, and I respect our traditions enough not to screw around with them. Comprende?
Well, parece. If you don't get him over the construction site, Martinez will feed us to the piranhas. And they don't give a shit about your traditions. You hear me?
Another traveler finds his way here in search of a spiritual release. Come on in, my friend. Feel free to join us. Everybody's needing the eyes of the spirits.
Nice thread. No, it doesn't feel like it's quite right. I think it needs more starch. Yeah, more of that.
I'll see what I can add to make it more to your taste.
Taita, it's good to see you.
May the spirits guide you to fortune.
Thank you. I hope you won't take offense, but we were asked by Andrea Martinez to come here to talk to you about the cleansing ritual at the construction site.
I see. Can you remind me about the details?
Of course, Taita. The construction crew uncovered some old bones while digging out the foundation of the new treatment facility just outside the village. The workers are now afraid to do more, worried that the spirits might become angry. Martinez has asked to meet you to discuss what to do.
I'll be happy to meet with her.
¿Cómo estás?
It's a pleasure to see you in the village. Ms. Martinez should be back soon. Feel free to wait inside.
¿Cómo estás?
Well, well. The famous shaman decides to show up after all. I'm pleased to finally put a face to the myth. I was beginning to think you didn't exist, what with your not replying to any of my inquiries.
I've been looking forward to meeting you, Miss Martinez.
All right. I need you to get over to the construction site on the outskirts of the village. The workers there uncovered a pile of old bones and they've taken the opportunity to grab some undeserved recreational time. I need you to go over there as soon as possible and wave your magic wand or do an interpretive dance or whatever it is you do.
I can do that.
You can walk with me if you don't know the way. Otherwise, I'll see you there. Just don't take too long. I'm an important person and have many things to do. I will not wait around.
Very well.
I haven't been to the construction site in some time, actually. It'll be good to get to see the new equipment. It was certainly expensive. That's not the way. Stage is all yours. Cleanse away.
Thank you for your spiritual leadership and guidance.
The site is clean now.
Bueno, muchachos, time to get back to work. Let's warm up the new cement mixer. That beauty will cover up any human remains in seconds. Nobody will ever disturb the dead down there again.
Nicely done. Looks like the foreman is going to tour the site and show some of the machinery to Andrea Martinez. This might be your chance, 47.
Mr. Delgado needs to have the plant up and running very soon. It's vital for the business. Enterprising and resourceful.
Martinez is down. Good work.
Gosh darn it.
Hey, what's up, man? Sit down, relax. The universe will correct itself again, right?
I don't know, man. I've been like smuggling this cocaine souvenir around the world, right? I need to get it to this dude, Franco. Man, it broke. It's supposed to be in one piece when I deliver it over by some cave entrance behind the pharmacy. But it broke.
Bummer, man. Maybe just...
How may I help you today, senor?
I'd like to buy some glue, please.
No, I'm afraid we just ran out of that item, senor. I saw the last bottle to the mechanic next door.
Do you sell glue?
A la puta.
Wow. Radical chrome dome, my man. Hey, listen. Do you have any glue?
No.
Yeah, it figures.
And it's on.
What's up, yo? I need to search you if you want to pass. You seem nervous. You got something to hide? Okay. You are good to go.
All right. Mr. Franco is expecting you in the caves below. I'll just radio the others. Hang on.
Groovy.
It's Carlos. Tell Franco his guest is here.
All right, come with me. Try not to get lost, okay? Place is kinda dangerous.
I'll do my best.
Isn't this kind of work sort of breaking the hippie code?
I live by my own rules.
So I guess all that make love not work thing sort of lost its luster.
I do what it takes to get what I need.
Hey, vagabundo!
Ah, you're expected. Have a seat. Franco's on his way.
So that's how he nails the rest
So, despite an annoying delay, it's finally here. Let's have a look. It got through customs without a problem, we hope?
I had no issues.
Excellent. We're not sure whether this will pass the taste test, but that remains to be seen. Follow us, please.
Nice one, 47. And now for Franco to sample his handiwork.
We don't think we can hold this down for long.
Franco confirmed down. Nice work, 47.
Sí, te lo pregunto porque joder, aquí se lo tengo. Mira, perdón, por favor.
Wait, everyone! Mr. Elgato will be here soon. Come on now!
Come on.
Goes right this way. Ya, pero es que yo no estoy disponible para tirarlo en todo.
Nicely done, 47. Poetic justice coming up.
Where did Andrea get to? Well, no reason to wait around for her. The adoring fans await.
My dear, wonderful, grateful people of Santa Fortuna, it brings warmth to my heart to see you here today. For years, decades, we have struggled against the oppressive forces of the outside world. For years, the Delgado cartel has been a bulwark against those who seek to do harm to you all. Today, we celebrate this struggle and the victories we have earned. Today, I grant you this symbol of freedom and rebellion. May it forever light your days and nights with hope of greatness, and serve as something to aspire to. All of you can become as me one day. Drum roll, please.
All targets neutralized. This should paralyze the cartel. Excellent work, 47. Now head for an exit. Mission status. Columbia assignment successful. Tactical targets neutralized. Militia transport network disabled. Location of primary target unknown. Team chasing several leads. End message. Encrypt and send.
I'm not as strong as you. They have to pay for what they did.
It needs to stop. You need to stop.
If my source checks out, we can prove the board knew about the chemical leaks. We'll have grounds for a retrial.
It won't make a difference. They're too powerful.
They're not the devil, Nancy. Just a company. They're not above the law, don't you see? This is bigger than James. Those bastards killed 80 people.
And they got away with it. Think about what that means.
No one's untouchable.
No one's untouchable.
Diana.
Coming. Mom? Dad?
We got what we came for. Move out.
Good evening, 47. The militia has released a hostage tape, outing the existence of Providence to the world. This was a fatal mistake, and our analysts are tracing its origin as we speak. In the meantime, we have a lead on Lucas Gray's top lieutenant. Turns out the Delgado cartel's counterfeiting unit was creating fake IDs for the militia, and one operative in particular stands out, Wazir Kale, an infamous South China Sea pirate better known by his nom de guerre, the Maelstrom. The Maelstrom and his cutthroat band of outlaws were the scourge of the shipping industry in the post-recession years. But his reign of terror came to an end with the disastrous 2014 hijacking of the supertanker, Francis King. Chinese elite forces stormed the ship, resulting in the deaths of a dozen sailors and most of the Maelstrom's crew. But Kale slipped away unseen. The Maelstrom's connection to Gray is unknown,
But we believe it was he who carried out the audacious killing of a Providence CEO in Shanghai, along with 2 reactivated members of his old pirate gang, Vanya Shah, a shady figure in Mumbai's criminal underworld, and Dawood Rangan, the gang's old cashier turned dodgy movie producer. Shah, Rangan, and the Maelstrom form Lucas Gray's Eastern Cell. They are a crack strike team, and stopping them is our client's most pressing concern. Unfortunately, the elusive Maelstrom appears to have vanished into the seedy underbelly of Mumbai, the cradle of his criminal legend, and no one knows his whereabouts or what he currently looks like. So, a bandit queen, a showbiz charlatan, and one certifiable ghost. I shall leave you to prepare. Welcome to Mumbai, 47. One of the most densely populated cities in the world, home to more than 12 million people. If you wanted to disappear and hide from the world, this vast city is perfect. The maze-like sprawling slums offer secret paths and surprises around every corner. The elusive Maelstrom knows the city like the back of his own hand. Locating him will be a considerable challenge. A place to start could be the slums, where his former gang, the Crows, has recently risen from the ashes. Dawood Rangan will be easy to find in his half-finished tower, wrapping up his new film called Mumbai Hero. While Vanya Shah has ensconced herself in the overgrown remains of an old train yard. Your 3 targets call this labyrinthine part of the city home, so choose your approach carefully.
You know you're boring me, huh? Stop being such a whiny little bitch. Give me some money for the repairs and we can go home.
Maybe he's a traveling salesman or something. Those suitcases could just contain the products he's selling.
Very doubtful. I've been hearing a lot of strange noises coming from his apartment. He's pacing around at night, and I'm pretty sure he's doing other things in the building. At least he's only here for a few days.
Maybe he's an addict. Like that guy last year. Remember him? The state of his room after they kicked him out was just terrible.
I don't know what he is, but I'm sure he's up to no good. You know, at one point, I'm pretty sure I saw him handling what looked like some sort of weapon in there. I told the landlord, but he doesn't care as long as the bills are paid. I can't wait for him to leave.
47. This is one of the Mumbai chawls. My records show a few residential complaints about a new tenant in the building. Something related to strange behavior. It might be worth looking into. Well, well. It appears we have a rival assassin in Mumbai, and he's training his sights on Dawood Rangan. By the looks of it, I'd say we're dealing with a local operator, known as the Kashmirian. Dar, aka the Kashmirian, was born in the US, but fled to his mother's native land, India, 20 years ago, following an FBI investigation into a string of serial killings in Texas. He adopted a new identity here, and now works as a gun for hire for local mobsters. But who would want Rangan dead?
This viewfinder working, I will miss the shot for sure.
I'll never get that scope adjusted with this
Good thinking, 47. Now, if we could only make Rangan appear in that window somehow.
Right now.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on!
Oh, crap! Shit!
Yeah.
You know, one of those stunt people, he decided to get a little...
This looks like a very recent picture of the Maelstrom. With this in hand, picking him out in a crowd should be possible.
When are you gonna be done mixing those colors? I mean, how long can it take to smudge out a few blues and reds?
I'm creating art here. 70% of the work is finding the right colors. Color mixing is an entire art form on its own. It takes time.
Yeah, well, get a move on. Mr. Rongan wants you to go and get him as soon as you're done mixing your fancy colors there. You got it?
Fine.
You know what I heard? Dawood has dodgy food.
Yep.
If I don't finish it, wait, what? Is that? That wasn't there before, was it? It looks perfect. Guess there's no more excuses left.
All right, 47. Let's see if the aim of our Kashmirian friend is true.
All right. Chal, let's get this done. I expect these to be the final brush. And my art appreciating friends see it. You're both just wait. When you're done with this job, the contracts will just be rolling in.
That sounds wonderful.
That shot came from the chawls. It looks like the Kashmirian finally got a clear line of fire. Dawood Rangan is dead, and not even by your hand, 47. What will you think of next? Hold up, 47. The Kashmirian is on the move. He's heading for another flat inside the chawls. This might be worth investigating. If nothing else, we may get a lead on who his client is.
Where is she? She was supposed to be on the bridge already.
So, the Kashmirian is scoping out a bridge in an area primarily used as a laundry business. Interesting. It recently changed ownership and now belongs to Vanya Shah. It looks like he's found a new target and is waiting for her to get on the bridge. Perhaps your mentoring days aren't entirely over yet.
I know it's dangerous, but what am I gonna do? I can't run away now. I need to hurry.
I don't think we'll have more luck with this new foreman. Miss Shah wants to meet him up here for a talk, but he hasn't even left his office yet.
Maybe he's busy making plans.
Oh, I think I accidentally scared him by telling him what she did to the guy who had the job before him. So my bet is he's hiding down there.
That's funny. Poor guy had no idea what he was interviewing for, did he?
Didn't even know he was going to be working for Shah.
Hello.
I'm ready for my meeting with Miss Shah now.
Miss Shah's been waiting for this all day. The foreman's ready to meet up with Miss Shah on the bridge. We're heading there now. Follow me to the bridge. Aja, it's just through here. Miss Shah will be along soon. Better get your shit together if you don't want to end up like the old foreman. Samjha?
So, that's the new guy, huh?
The new foreman finally graces us with his presence. What do you have to report?
Well done, 47. You've managed to lure Vanya Shah out into the open. Anything could happen here.
I see a lot of dead weight.
I've made a similar observation. Tell me more.
Well, the objective is find the root of the problem, work to get close to it, and then eradicate it.
I like your thinking. How would you approach the tasks you see before you?
My usual method is prepare intensely, study the problem, learn everything I can, analyze all approaches. The idea is to gently nudge people to do what I want. And then, once the objective is in my sights, perfect execution.
Not afraid to spill some blood in the process?
Not at all. In fact, I find that happens quite often.
I like you, Foreman. I think this could be the beginning of a very fruitful relationship.
I aim to please, Miss Shah.
Taking unnecessary breaks, drinking my water, wasting... You hear me?
Oh my god.
That is Vanya Shah taken care of, 47. Are you planning on outsourcing all your work to the Kashmirian from now on? The Kashmirian is on the move again. It's paid off to follow him so far. Maybe he will lead us to the Maelstrom.
You don't know me, but your boss will want to talk to me. By now, he should have found out about the unfortunate fates of Rangan and Shah. I am the one responsible. Mad? No. On the contrary, I consider it a successful job interview. Just tell me where to go. Ah, yes, of course. I'll be there in no time.
I checked the apartment. There's no sign of Wasim. His work clothes are still outside. Are you sure he was supposed to replace you now?
I've been doing this for 10 hours. I really need a break.
Well, you're out of luck. Boss says to keep things running here. Till Wasim or some other replacement shows up, you're working.
Man. Who are you?
I'm your replacement.
Wasim is supposed to replace me. What happened to him?
I'm not sure, but he told me to take over.
Okay, well, I've been slaving here for 10 hours now, so I'm not going to complain. You know what to do, right?
I'm sure I can figure it out.
Great. Have fun.
New guy, huh?
47. That nose. Those eyes. That can only be Wazir Kale, the Maelstrom. Identification confirmed.
So, you're the boss?
If our band of brothers and sisters can be said to have such a thing, I suppose I am. I understand you're new. Do you know what it is we do here?
Not really. I just melt the metals down.
You will. You see, the work we do here is important to our further goals. The materials we produce here are just metals. But once shaped, they become more useful. Much like yourself.
How so?
Well, you're pliable, aren't you? You have that look in your eyes.
The infamous Maelstrom is dead. Very well done, 47. Mission completed. Time to find an exit. According to records, this was a youth correctional facility until 1962, when the estate was overtaken by an obscure Soviet research fund, the Institute for Human Betterment.
Looks deserted.
The place was abandoned after a fire in '89. Then, only a few weeks ago, it was acquired by an anonymous investor using cryptocurrency. It has to be Lucas Gray.
He's here.
Be careful, 47. The breadcrumbs were almost too easy to follow. A
Could be a trap.
Not a trap. An invitation.
You came home. I knew you would. You've come a long way, 47. And even now, you don't remember.
This place.
This was our prison, where Father trained us, shaped us into killers for Providence. You don't remember. They ripped it out of you, wiped it away, but I do. I remember everything.
You're a terrorist with nothing to lose. You'd say anything.
I know, it's difficult. You never miss your mark or question your function, but we made a pact. You and I. Do this, and we both lose.
There was an incident. That boy, he died.
He lived. Because of you. Don't you remember his name? You know this. Deep down, you know. What was his name?
Subject 6. Your name is Subject 6.
And what is our purpose?
To take them all down.
We were gonna tear it all down. The Institute, Providence, everyone who'd ever hurt us. We failed. The partners grew paranoid, made sure that Ortmeyer's children would never challenge them again. I'm the only one who got away unchanged. The only one left who remembers.
Ortmeyer was Providence.
Everything he did to us, everything he made us do, it all leads back to them.
I'm breaking more rules than I care to count, Mr. Gray. What's your play?
The partners hide behind a cloak of anonymity. Only one man knows their true identities. Your client, the top controller, the one they call the Constant. He is the key.
But he is untraceable. So what am I missing?
A man would come to the Institute. A man with a Providence pin. The first Constant. If we find him, if he's still alive, he's our way in.
You don't know who he is, but 47 does. That's what this reunion is all about.
Show them.
You're just gonna hand it over. Our one bargaining chip.
Olivia.
Fine. 47's memory was erased, irreversibly at the time. But after Ortmeyer's death, his estate was acquired by the Ether Corporation. And they made an antidote.
It's a long shot, I know.
This is not how it works. We don't just join the revolution. ICA is neutral. We don't take sides.
I hate to break it to you, lady, but neutrality is a side. It's the side of the status quo.
People have died. Civilians. You align yourself with terrorists, murderers.
Sometimes even monsters serve a purpose.
Look.
Enough. You have a choice. But I made mine a long time ago. I will finish what I started.
Subject 47. Most gifted of all my boys.
So you're the pick of the litter. Tell me about the incident.
The subject ran away. He and another boy. The instigator was punished accordingly.
As were all the neighbors.
My men did what needed to be done.
It won't happen again. Bring your house in order, Doctor. You won't like the alternative.
I remember who he is.
Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master, a KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka. Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right. So here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus, make Providence think he was the real Shadow Client.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report, claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Gray was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia, once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive, and we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field. Whittleton Creek, Vermont. On the surface, a picture-perfect suburban dream. Wide roads, golden maple trees, and verdant lawns. Most residents here are white-collar professionals, ranging from university staff to government employees.
Most, but not all. Janus's unpresuming home is protected by a host of bodyguards, and intel shows that the fragile former constant rarely leaves the property.
Nolan Cassidy, on the other hand, roams the neighborhood streets. A recent arrival, the dutiful Providence Herald is busy making threat assessments and settling in with his security team.
Now remember, this is about more than just revenge. Janus is the key to bring down Providence. So get in there and find us a lead.
Good luck, 47.
No. Oh, okay, great. It's just that, well, I saw one of the security people from Mr. Janice's house. I'm pretty sure he was burying something back there. And I just figured since you guys seem to be, working together, you might know about it. Can't say that I...
Someone from Janus's security detail buried something in the frog habitat behind Cassidy's house. What could that possibly be?
A cigar box with a few cigars and a note inside. Well, this is very interesting. The note indicates that the box was given to Janus by the Constant as per tradition, he writes. 47. This could mean the Constant and Janus meet up on a regular basis. Excellent find. That is Nolan Cassidy. Former Secret Service agent and current Providence Herald, Cassidy is assigned to protect Janus.
I have to tell you, these are the best muffins I ever had. I'm supposed to meet a client for a house show today, but I can't stop eating. Maybe you know him, Mr. Nolan Cassidy? Can say that I'm interested in the Schmidt house down the road. You know, the one that police shut down after the, well...
Yep, making good progress. Great. That place will be sold in no time. Uh-huh.
Strange.
Yes!
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is bad. God, I feel sick.
Damn.
Too many cervezas?
Aren't you the realtor? I've been waiting hours for you.
Mr. Cassidy, I'm sorry for the delay. I'm ready to take you to the house.
About time. Let's go. You know which one it is, right? Last one on the right, far end of the road. Ah, finally. I've had my eye on this place for quite some time. Let's see what sort of secrets she holds.
This is the downstairs living room. It is most commonly used for watching television and other recreational purposes. Large room with two easy-to-get-to exits. Dark floors hide stains easily. A room with lots of potential.
Interesting, I suppose, but not really something that seals the deal for me.
And here's the basement. The usual boiler elements are to be found down here. And it seems a room with a safe of some sort.
Now that is more like it. That looks just like a vault. This is very interesting.
Nice work, 47. Let's hope he doesn't set off the alarm somehow.
Very nice indeed. All right, let me have a look at this thing. Advanced Kronstadt Matrix Laser Home Security System. We used to break these open for training at the academy. So you're looking to sell this for, how much was it again? 1.1?
Sounds about right.
I suppose that's not unreasonable. And this vault unit looks quite versatile. Internal climate control and explosive laser security.
All the comforts of home.
Yes, quite interesting. And a nice looking safe in here too. Any idea what the previous owner was using this for?
No idea. Maybe a mausoleum.
That's weird. But I think I can come up with some good uses for it. All right, I think I've seen enough. No, don't turn it down!
Cassidy is down. Good work, 47. Janus awaits your attention. A recording of some sort. The note mentions another house. Perhaps Cassidy is using one of the vacant buildings as a base of operations, 47. A letter from Janus to someone called Zoe. It looks like a draft and is full of explicit descriptions of how unhappy Janus is with Zoe and his sister having been appointed chairwomen of the Ark Society. Huh. I've heard that name before. This is a good find, 47. Good work, 47. We now know Janus is meeting with the Constant at an event related to the Ark Society, and we have an approximate date as well. I think that's all we're going to get.
Most of the day. I don't know what he's reading, but it looks like it's the most interesting thing he's ever come across.
The new Cassandra Snow novel, maybe. Slivers of Past Shimmers, or something like that. See, my wife's reading it now. I can't get her to do anything around the house.
No, it's not a novel. I think it's a journal, or a diary. He's one of the security people working over at that old Russian guy's house. It's gotta be something from the old man's archives.
Oh.
If that's one of Janus's diaries, it might contain some important information about his past.
My books these days.
Our past.
Or maybe something that can help us locate the Constant.
This, again.
One of Janus's many diaries. He's apparently been the chairman of the Ark Society for years. He stepped down very recently, but is still attached to the society. Well, 47, this is valuable information.
Hey, any sign of that Lafayette guy yet?
Helen, how are you today?
Oh, just fine, Janus, darling. It's Saturday, so I've been making a lot of muffins for the town. You know how I love to spoil everyone.
You would have made a good Soviet citizen, Helen. The West could use more people like you. Kind, benign, altruistic.
Oh, well, I don't know about all that. I just feel like giving something back to the community that has given me so much. Speaking of which, when are you coming over? Your robe is ready.
Ah, excellent. I'm still a little sore, but maybe later, if my muscles stop cramping so much.
I would love that.
Me too. Anyway, I'll let you get on with your baking. I will call you again later, perhaps.
All right, darling.
Say, Gunther, did you see my photograph? The group photo from the first gathering?
No. Janus is looking for an old group photo. It might be interesting to see who's on it.
I can't find anything in this house anymore.
Right. Sorry, Mr. Janus. I'll tell the men.
The first annual gathering of the Ark Society. That rings a bell. If Janus was its founder, perhaps he's still attending these gatherings, 47. This could be valuable information indeed.
Who are you? Where's Lafayette?
He's not well.
Well, hopefully it's something serious. I wouldn't mind if Lafayette was replaced permanently. He's an insufferable bore with a room temperature IQ. But if you're the new guy, you'll need to be on time. I have a busy schedule, you know. You have a very distinct face, my friend.
Good afternoon, sir.
Eastern European, am I right? But more than that, a refined mix of cultures. You look almost like an artist's rendering of the perfect man. I knew a man once. A doctor. He would have found you quite interesting, I think. So, back to this thing. I'll just spend a few minutes with the inhaler to fill my system with as much oxygen as possible before we proceed to the bathroom for the health check itself.
Well, Mr. Janus fills his lungs. I'd like a quick word with you. Please, come with me. All right, new guy. I know this looks like a relaxed operation, but I run a tight ship. Nobody gets alone time with Janus unless I know them, and I don't know you. So here's what I'll do. I'm going downstairs to run a security check on you. It should only be a few minutes. In the meantime, you wait in the study. We'll lock the doors and my men will make sure you don't accidentally wander off. I'm sure you understand. Please, wait in there.
47, you have to find a way out of there. I can't possibly construct a viable ID for you in time. I'll have Miss Hall remotely interfere with their search, but we can't keep it up for long.
Got any aspirin?
I'm back. I suggest we go to the bathroom now.
All right. Let's go then.
Nicely done, 47. It's time for Janus to pay for his crimes.
You know, you remind me of someone I met a long time ago. A young boy in Romania.
Tell me more about this boy.
Ah, the boy. I remember his eyes better than anything. Ice cold, defiant. Maybe it was the nature of the project itself that led me to dislike him, but I felt nothing but disappointment when I looked at him. What a waste of resources.
Project? What project?
It was all based on one madman's pipe dream. Create an army of super soldiers through genetic manipulation. Somehow, he had managed to impress my superiors, and they had provided him with effectively endless resources to be wasted on foolish ideas and experiments. The project was idiotic. The subjects were erratic, unreliable. Why build an army of reckless super soldiers when a handful of well-placed spies can do so much more for your cause?
What became of him?
Oh, I don't know. Dead, I assume. In the end, we had his mind wiped. All the boys underwent the same treatment. I didn't follow the subsequent cleanup process, but from what I understand, the doctor and everyone else associated with the project is long gone.
I see.
Yes, well, enough reminiscing. Are you about done here?
Almost done, yes.
At last, the actions of the first constant catch up with him. Death feels like an easy way out for a man like Janus. Still.
We are close now, gentlemen. Both targets are dead. All mission objectives are completed. 47, once you've left Whittleton Creek, I will notify Providence of our discovery.
In the meantime, we'll go over the clues you found. Once we've located the constant, we'll make our final move.
You make it sound so easy.
The Ark Society. One of Providence's more obscure outfits.
I've heard whispers. A survivalist club for the global elite. Billionaires preparing for a global collapse. And now we know the Constant will attend their next gathering. So where is it?
That's the catch. The report is redacted. No names, no location.
So it's a dead end. I can't track them, not without ICA backup.
Now, I'm no big shot analyst, but it seems to me Janus was the Ark Society's founder, so chances are they'll want to pay their respects in private.
Track the coffin. Worth a shot.
You all right?
It comes back in flashes. Fear, anger, but like it happened to someone else.
Your gift and your curse. What they did to you. Well, I spent a long time feeling guilty about that. Now, I wonder who got the better deal.
Yes. Found something.
What are we looking at?
The ass end of nowhere. But this is where Janus's remains were shipped to. Our choice for a final resting place, wouldn't you say?
Not bad. So we stake it out. Await the next gathering. Then we waltz in and kidnap one of the world's most powerful men. Without ICA backup.
Like I said, it's a long shot.
We'll take it.
How did you not see this coming? My God, we came this close. The old man could have buried us all. Our families.
Do you think you feel more betrayed than I do? Get some perspective, please. Janus is dead. Lucas Gray is about to join him.
And a cornered animal is twice as dangerous.
Let's be perfectly clear. We were not exposed. The threat is neutralized. We are back on track.
Even so, from this point on, we expect you to take...
No. There is no way I'm doing that. How can you question my loyalty?
In case treachery is contagious.
Do you really want to do this to me?
Is there a problem, Secretary?
No problem whatsoever, Madam. Here's to loyalty.
My man on the island confirms that the Constant has arrived. We head out at sundown. Here, in case the crew get ideas.
Why are you doing this, Mr. Gray? You had a chance to walk away. Why didn't you?
A year ago, I'm working security for this banker, Cobb, only to find out he's a Providence operative. I'd been running for decades, only to wind up where I started. We've all got barcodes on the back of our heads. Most people just never notice. 47 told me about your parents. How did they die?
Car bomb. Surrey, 1989. Company named Blue Seed didn't care to pay for their mistakes. But I like to think no one's untouchable.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You feel it, don't you? Unlike him, you feel it all. Everything you've done.
It's a dangerous thing. Having a conscience.
Attention, gentlemen.
Our source on the island just made a critical discovery. The Constant has a poison chip embedded in his neck. A failsafe, in case he's compromised.
Damn it. We should have expected something like this. So, we subdue the Constant before he has time to react.
Not that simple. The device is remote-triggered, and during his stay on the island, 2 kill switches have been entrusted to twin sisters Zoe and Sophia Washington, 2 young, ambitious Providence operatives and newly appointed chairwomen of the Ark Society. Apparently, even the Constant is unaware of this arrangement.
Right, change of plans. We divide and conquer. 47 takes out the Washingtons, while I figure out a way to get the Constant off the island. It'll be tight, but once we're back at the ship, we should be able to surgically remove the chip before the partners have time to react. 47?
Tell me about the targets.
I know them from the archive. Zoe and Sophia's father is president of a powerful conservative think tank, one of Providence's prime assets. The apples don't fall far from the tree.
No saints either. According to ICA files, the twins are pampered socialites who get their kicks from treasure hunting. Commanding a band of trigger-happy mercenaries, Zoe and Sophia prowl the world in search for ancient relics. With little regard for local culture or even human life, they stop at nothing to claim their prize. Well, collateral damage they may be, but safe to say, they have it coming.
The Isle of Scale. Headquarters of the Ark Society. Founded by Janus in 1991, the Ark Society is the world's most exclusive club. Its plutocratic members fear the downfall of civilization, and they are willing to pay huge sums to ensure their own survival. Once a year, they gather here to shop the latest survival products and to showcase new initiatives and breakthroughs.
Right. These gatherings are shrouded in mystery, so we have limited intel on what to expect on the other side of the walls. The Washington twins are hosting their first annual gathering as chairwomen of the Ark Society, and the Constant is known to attend every year. Beyond that, you're on your own. Good luck, gentlemen. I dare say you're going to need it.
One more, I see. Won't you join us, sir? We were just about to begin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the annual gathering of the Ark Society. As Ark patrons, you are welcome to explore the castle grounds. However, certain areas are off limits, including the keep, which houses the members area, convention space, and council meeting. Should you wish to apply for Ark membership, please be aware that such cannot be bought, only earned. All set? Excellent. Follow me, please.
Always packed crimes.
I think you're gonna like it here later.
7-digit tuition.
What else? Yes. Zoe Washington, one of our newly appointed chairwomen, has prepared a brand new official ceremony scheduled to take place in the upper courtyard. A stirring ode to rebirth and the enduring spirit of mankind. I believe that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy your evening. The bar is right up ahead.
Okay, yes, hello? Yes, hello? You are on my list of contacts as a safety advisor. I would like to file a complaint about the locking mechanism for the trapdoor on the Phoenix effigy. Yeah, this thing is basically a death trap, in my opinion. Call me back when you get this message.
What's with that weird bird effigy?
The annual Phoenix ceremony. It symbolizes the collapse of civilization from which the Ark Society emerges unscathed and triumphant.
Ah.
Is that the Master of Ceremonies will light the effigy on fire with Zoe Washington inside it.
Huh. A bit showy, wouldn't you say?
Hey, whatever sells.
You do. Seriously, I'll pay you. Me?
Mr. Fennick. Excellent. Yes, crowd is starting to get restless. The peers are waiting by the stage, and the torch is ready by the money pit.
Hello, sir.
Thank Christ. Ready when you are.
A handsome pledge, and yet a drop in the ocean. Zoe Washington, the Ark Society recognizes you as our founder's rightful successor, our inspiration, our guiding light, the custodian of our future.
Excellent work, 47. Enjoy the spotlight.
Patrons of the Ark Society, you are part of a select, chosen few. Our founder, Janus, showed us how to survive. But survival is not enough. We must live and we must soar. The Ark Society must not only commit itself to survival, but to progress, be it our next home in the stars or the next step in human evolution. This is the eternal purpose of the elite. Not just to lead, but to lead from the front. When the time comes, and all comes tumbling down, when mankind retreats once more into caves of superstition, we will keep the fire alight. We will be the torchbearers, the trailblazers and pioneers. Do not feel guilty for your privilege. Be proud. Be fearless. For the future is ours to shape.
All dressed to kill. Now, let's do this thing. Light her up.
As the world burns, we rise from its ashes, not just to survive, but to live.
Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
That's a mistake we're not making again. If he wanted Janus dead, he is fully capable of tricking ICA to do his dirty work. Don't forget he's done it before. The real question is why? If Gray somehow knew about Janus, he would use him to get to me, not have him killed.
So, according to its charter, the Ark Society collects priceless art and historical artifacts in case of a global disaster. And this year, world-famous treasure hunter Blake Nathaniel has donated an Aztec necklace called the Cloud Serpent to the Ark Society's growing collection.
However, Blake fears that Sophia Washington, his former lover and rival, who has hunted the Cloud Serpent for years, will attempt to steal it for herself before it goes into storage. Could be just the bait we need.
I haven't seen him. I can't approach him. Can I?
What did this guy do to Sophia anyway?
That is Sophia Washington, chairwoman of the Ark Society, professional treasure hunter, and Providence operative. Quite the resume.
Whoa.
I am really mad at this. What? Must turn on.
Smooth, 47. The Sparrow's got nothing on you.
Wait a minute. Oh, that is just... Oh, the audacity of that one. You!
Mr. Nathaniel?
What am I looking at?
Why, that's a... Oh my... But... it's gone. It can't be. The alarm.
Expertly disabled, I assume.
But... there was someone here the whole time. Besides, stealing from the Order? No Ark member would be so foolish or disrespectful. Patrons neither. Maybe one of the custodians took it to be polished or...
Oh, no. I know exactly what happened. Or who happened.
You do? Who's the culprit?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. All right, I'll take care of this. Back to work. Or whatever the hell it is you do around here.
Man? Yeah, we're gonna need some backup over this gallery. Had a situation.
Take care, sir.
Sophia.
Blake? I almost didn't recognize you without a knife in my back.
I messed up. I see that now. Can we talk?
This should be good. Follow me.
Excellent, 47. Let's give Sophia her heart's desire, shall we?
You've got 1 minute.
I did wrong by you, Sophia. I see that now, and I want to make amends. Here, this is rightfully yours.
Well, well. Look who comes crawling back. Leave us.
Good evening to you.
You know, we lost 3 men because of you. Wickus was crushed by a rolling boulder. Jaco fell into a pit trap. And Zoe and me, we only escaped the arrows by using one of the local guides as a human shield. Now, this is a nice gesture. It doesn't even begin to make amends.
I know. May I?
Fine, but not too tight. You know, I thought about sending the boys after you. Grab the necklace and cut your throat ear to ear. You probably wonder why I didn't. The truth is, you beat us, Blake. I don't deny it. And I can't very well get even if you're dead. So, consider yourself warned.
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant.
The Washingtons are dead. I have the kill switch.
What did you say? How could you know about that?
You will head towards the harbor. No sudden moves, no signs or warnings. I will trigger the device if I need to.
I know you. The boy in the picture. You have his eyes. You're Burnwood's assassin.
Move.
Damn creature would only walk backwards for some reason.
Fine, but fallout, nuclear winter, it all
Partners
just
no
feels sort of
more.
quaint.
I take
You want
it.
a bomb, do a little research.
Right.
into
Oh, hello.
I had a notion something didn't sit right with my mentor's betrayal. You murdered him, I take it, to get to me.
Not just that. He had it coming.
Interesting. It was my impression that you were cured of such sentiment. the good doctor built his serum specifically to target the seats of your emotions. Has Miss Burnwood's sense of justice rubbed off on you? I wonder.
Just keep walking.
For what it's worth, Janus always found Ortmeyer's project distasteful, not to mention inefficient. But alas, sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. I take it this is not an ICA-sanctioned operation. What exactly does Miss Burnwood plan to achieve by targeting her clients? Violating her own code?
She's doing it.
Have a good evening.
For us.
Us? Oh, I see. The penny drops. I should have known. How does a man leave no trace? By not existing in the first place. Lucas Gray. Or was it Subject 6? He died when the Institute went up in flames, but no body was ever produced. And unlike you, his rage never faded. So, now you want the partners, the men behind the curtain who've caused you all this pain? Well, before you go knocking down the wall, you better make sure it's not load-bearing.
Enough talking. You'll do plenty of that later. We're here. Get on the boat.
Mr. Edwards, still think this is maintenance?
Oh, Miss Burnwood, what have you done? Changing horses midstream? Truly unprofessional.
You know what we want.
Where is the carrot?
No carrot. You're useless to the partners. Compromised. Even if we let you live, you can never return. Why die protecting them?
When I can drag them down with me.
It's a bad hand, but it's all you've got.
Three families. That's all it took. The Ingrams, the Carlyles, the Stuyvesants. 3 dynasties, secretly pooling their resources over generations, creating a singularity so dense that nothing escapes its gravity.
Never heard of them.
Well, they've heard of you. In fact, you just became the top of their agenda.
Go. We can't give them time to retaliate.
Don't take your eyes off him.
Be careful.
Well, here we are again. I must admit I am disappointed, Miss Burnwood. I had such big plans for you.
Save it. I know the truth now. You're outplayed. You have nothing left to bargain with.
You were so certain. So sure of the people closest to you. He never fails, does he? He never misses his mark. You found a window into his past. And yet, something else remains hidden. A simple truth you learned long ago.
Diana!
Coming!
No one, Miss Burnwood, is untouchable.